Hey everyone, it's Madison Gesiotto coming to you once again with the good news. Now, we all know that New York was hit hardest very early on by the coronavirus pandemic. We all know somebody who was diagnosed with coronavirus in New York, or we've heard stories of people who have fought long and hard fights with coronavirus. And for many others that live in the city, they haven't been able to leave their apartments in months. Well, I have some wonderful reopening news coming out of New York today. Phase 2 of New York's reopening plan is taking effect, which means the reopening of outdoor dining. Now, of course, this will come with social distancing guidelines having to be followed for the seating, and staff at these restaurants will have to wear masks and gloves. Only 25% capacity will be allowed to be seated, but this is still wonderful news. So if you've been in New York and you've been dying to get out and get a meal outside of your house, you can now do so. And New York isn't the only state that's beginning to reopen and start to get back to normal, but we're seeing continued reopenings here in Florida. Disney World resorts have begun reopening. Now, unfortunately, the theme parks will not be reopened till mid-July. And at that time, you will have to actually make a reservation through a new theme park reservation system. They won't, of course, be allowing full capacity within the parks, but this is still some great news as these resorts reopen and they prepare to reopen the theme parks. Now, of course, we continue to receive so many wonderful stories of recovery coming in from the viewers, and one of my favorite ones was sent to me from someone in Michigan talking about a Michigan man who is giving us hope once again with his story of coronavirus survival. Now, this Michigan man was a father. He spent 90 days battling coronavirus. He was in the hospital. Doctors called his wife and said, he's not going to make it. But you know what he had to say? I got things to do, and dying isn't one of them. Ernie Kabul ultimately left that hospital in Lansing and returned home to his family after a long, hard fight with coronavirus. And he's just one of so many of the incredible survivors that we're seeing stories of all over the country. So continue to send those in to us so we can share them with everybody. And as always, we'll be back soon with the good news.